Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina show, and it is summertime. Well, yeah, it is summertime. The weather's been showing us that it is anyways. Folks, I'm so excited. So this week I have a gal who she has had tragedy happen, and she's doing things to help inform the public and the community. And I am so grateful that she is ready and willing to come on and talk about it has to do with suicide. And she's lost a loved one. I'm not going to share too much with you about it because I want her to be the one to share. And then also I have the wonderful sunshine Amanda Everitt from Destination Downtown Lancaster to talk about really cool, fun, awesome things that's going on in our downtown. I know a lot of you know about a lot of the stuff, but not everything. I like to say you'll catch it. Just don't go anywhere. It'll be right up next. It's Down Home with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have someone on with me who is going to share a lot of great information for a whole lot of us. I think that it could actually affect any of us at any given time, unfortunately. But her name is Sarah Haley, and she is here on the show to talk about her son, Chase. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, it was several months ago that I had a friend of mine reach out to me and said, hey, I think this would be a really good topic, and Sarah would be really great for the show. And I said, oh my goodness, I would love to. And I knew at the time, it had been a time that you were ready, and it may not have been a time. And here you are, so you're ready. And that's what I am so excited to have you here. But not because, of course, the reason behind it. However, you are doing some really amazing things, Sarah, and I am excited to share it with the public and to maybe help others that are out there. So it is called the Chase Haley Project?
It is.
Can you share with folks what is the Chase Haley Project?
Yes, the Chase Haley Project is, it kind of started out small. I thought that, I would just make some bracelets just as the 1 year anniversary of his passing, and just the little bit of sharing that I had done with people close to me and them reaching back out to me with maybe some signs that their children were having. It just seemed like there was a little bit more work to do than just a bracelet.
Yes.
So after meeting with several different people thinking, hey, does this sound crazy? Or, am I onto something here? Like, does this message need to be told?
Right, I'm gonna get my bracelet out because you gave me a bracelet, yeah.
Sure.
So who is Chase? Tell folks, who is Chase Haley?
Chase Haley is the most important person in my life. He's my only child. He was 21 years old the day that he died. He was a great child growing up, no disciplinary issues whatsoever. I know when I was growing up, if my parents told me no, I'd be like, ugh, we'd tell him no, and he would just, okay. Yeah. He was a good student, a student athlete as well, and without having other siblings, we like to make sure that he was encouraged to play sports so that he had that team mentality, and then, to grow into like a family of his own, made of his friends. And that was some of the best years of his life, was running cross country for Coach Kirksell at Lancaster High School, and all of the kids, the seniors, when he was a freshman, really opened his eyes to what leadership was, and he took on to that position and did well with it, and graduated in 2019. He'd gone down to Ohio University, Athens, and he got a 4-year psychology degree in 3 years.
Wow.
And his whole goal was, and even when he was little, he just wanted to help people. We're big Mr. Rogers fans, so that was one of the things, like we were always we like to help. So it just made sense that was the route he was going to take.
Yeah, and then he graduated.
Yes.
Did he go on to?
He actually had scheduled, the day of his passing, he had scheduled to walk the stage at OU 3 months to the day later. So he had technically received his diploma, he just hadn't walked yet.
Oh, okay.
But he has always worked. So he did have a job at Menards, but after graduation, he was definitely going to pursue guidance counselor, something along those lines.
Really, to help people, to continue to help people.
Absolutely.
And with his passing, you are keeping his memory alive by continuing to help people yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you didn't see any signs or symptoms?
I didn't.
Anything was wrong?
I really didn't. It was normal stressors. He was just finishing up college, just a couple classes a week. He was working full time.
Oh, wow.
But that's what Chase had always done.
So that
busy
wasn't
schedule.
anything unusual? No,
it wasn't. He did have a recent breakup with a girlfriend. It seemed very amicable, and he seemed, he was sad, absolutely sad, but manageable. We did have a cat pass away that he had grown up with, and I know that it's always sad when you lose a pet like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I always say he was checking boxes of success because he truly was. We were and still are so proud of everything that he had done, and so well liked, and just a happy kid.
What are some of the things that, because I know growing up in the time that I did, and you had mentioned a little bit, the signs that you know of and the things to be looking for is completely different in this generation than what it was from when we were kids.
Absolutely.
What are those, and why do you think that is?
Like the signs that maybe are showing in this day and age, maybe?
Yeah.
I honestly think, I think a lot of research needs to be done to really clear it up, but I do believe a lot of social media is a big indicator. Going through Chase's phone and his iPad and laptop, we didn't find anything where he had been searching for anything, but you only have so much access to social media from somebody else's account if you don't have the login, and but even the little bit that we were able to access, there was nothing on there. However, my experience after losing him, how your phone listens to you, we all talk about that.
Yeah.
There were some pages that I don't follow on Facebook that had popped up that were very, in my opinion, very disturbing. Sorry. So I feel like that if you're in a low spot in life and you're seeing things like that, and it's just a random pop-up, it does make a young mind wonder, like what is happening here, and your frontal lobe isn't fully developed until you're 25. So a lot of times the younger adults, they can't see past a moment that's right in front of them. And then that's really the only thing I could say that I saw different was he was on his phone a little bit more than usual.
Okay. Yeah, and there were just things that were affecting him.
Yes.
And in his mind that really got him thinking then, and that brought him down that he couldn't get back. What do you suggest for anybody that maybe even in their early 20s or a parent or grandparent that they can do to help them, to keep them from continuing, I call it spiraling down?
Well, research shows that speaking about suicide does not increase the chances of it happening.
Okay.
Growing up, we were told really kind of the opposite. So a lot of times, it's taboo, like you just don't speak of it. And then, a situation like this occurs and people do want to talk, but then it's also whispers, out of respect, out of sadness. people just don't know what to say. And I was one of those people before. I had my opinion of suicide, and this has changed it. If this can happen to our family, I've realized it can happen to anyone. So my advice is have the conversations. We had conversations like that with Chase. My husband is law enforcement. I work at the fire department. These kinds of situations happen, and we do talk about it. He was a psychology major. He knew.
Yeah. Do you think he was too proud to mention that he might have, and I don't want to say that he did, but some type of, that he needed to talk about it? I mean, because some are so like, nope, I've got this. I can do this on my own.
Yes, absolutely. He did leave a video message for me. And that's exactly what it was. He felt weak, and he was embarrassed that, you know, he could help others, but he wasn't able to help himself. And I am convinced that he was giving and not filling his cup. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
And we had found out after his passing, with the amount of young adults coming to our home saying, he actually saved my life, or he's talked me out of it. It just, I had no idea. And he wasn't a braggy kid, you know, like that's just what he was supposed to do, is take care.
And I'm not speaking this for Chase, but do you think so many of us get in our own minds?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I dealing with what I do and some of the kids that I work with, I tell them, don't get in your own head.
No.
Because sometimes when you like become solitary, that's exactly what you do.
Yes.
And you need to not do it, because there are so many in this world that go through depression.
Absolutely.
I think, in my personal opinion, 100% of people everywhere at one point, maybe just a half an hour, maybe an hour of their life, they go through a very sad moment in life. You know, I'm not saying to take their own life, but a really sad time. And because of it's tough.
It is.
Life isn't easy. It's not always easy. So do you suggest, and I see your Facebook, which is called, what's it called?
It's called the Chase Haley Project.
And it has so much information and positive messages.
Yes.
What do you think that's doing for the community in itself?
I feel like that it's actually kind of changing some things where it's not always negative. There's not, I know memes are funny, and I share plenty of memes with the guys at work, and we have a good laugh, but sometimes a message may not stand out to you one day, but then the next day you see it and it hits at the right moment, and you're like, this is what I needed for today. And I hope that helps a lot of people. I've heard from people that it does, so I hope that it continues.
Out of my own experience, and I gotta ask this for yourself, you doing this for others, do you see how it's helping you?
I do. At first, I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to, but it actually has been.
Yeah. I think when we all initially we make something about other people, then we eventually do realize, wow, that's affecting me too. Yes. And that, because it's not ever about us, and people know that when it is or is not. But I think that is exactly. So what are some of the things that you're doing for this project?
Our ultimate goal is pretty big and it's pretty wide, but in order to do anything, you got to make the money. So we have some merchandise that we sell, and literally every penny that we get, it goes into a fund. And our goal right now, and really excited, this is very, very early stages. Hopefully this will be something that we can announce by the beginning of July, definitely by the beginning of this next school year. We have been able to partner with a counseling agency that is sharing the same vision and message that we want to provide, and that's basically just getting into the schools, having, you know, actual mental health classes. You have to do some type of preventative care for when the tragedy, crisis, whatever comes your way. If you don't have those tools, you don't know what to do, and then panic sets in.
Correct.
So education of prevention is huge on our list. So that's something that we're actually tailoring to fit each individual school that would like to have us come in and speak. I won't be the one speaking, but I'm helping facilitate to make sure that this is offered to any child, any age, And not just child, but we've got our first responders that's my family. I love these guys and girls. Without them, my husband and I, we would be struggling a lot harder than we are. So that is another avenue just to help with their mental health. It's so important.
Anybody that wants to make a donation monetarily or anything, how do they do so?
They can get on our website. It's thechasehaleyproject.com. And there's all kinds of ways that you can donate there. You can mail a check into our P.O. box. We have Venmo. You can do online.
Are the t-shirts for sale?
Absolutely.
For sale. Chase Life, I love that. I think it's awesome. Are some of these things in here for sale?
All of those things.
Okay, all of these things, and I wanted to just show some of them. Here's koozies. They still call them koozies.
Yes, I know.
Didn't know. And then the bracelets, of course.
Yeah.
T-shirts, and what is this?
That's a tumbler.
Oh, and a tumbler.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get a picture. Okay, yeah, we'll get a picture of it. Okay.
And it's not Michigan colors. They're Lancaster High School colors.
Well, hey, what is, before we go, Sarah, what is the number one thing and the message that you would like to get out to folks today? One of your favorite things about Chase, and then what you want folks to know and to understand.
My favorite thing about Chase is he looked at everything with a smile. Even on bad days, there was always a smile, and that message was sent to a lot of people. And I feel like they picked up on that with him and maybe have carried on some of his traits that way. And then the number one message, you just have to talk, reach out, find people with like minds that appreciate good mental health and make those your people. Find your community.
I'm telling you what, I'm grateful for my people. I know that because we all have those moments and we all have those days. Sarah, thank you so very much. And thank you for being a guest and coming on and talking with me about Chase. Thanks, folks. You heard her. So if you want to help out in any way, you want to buy anything, this is a great cause. And just communicate and talk. You are not alone. Nobody is ever alone. There's always somebody there. Don't go anywhere. It's Down Home with Tina, and I'll be right back.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
The Lancaster Festival is back for its 40th and best season yet, with visual artists and star-studded concerts. The festival is an amazing experience for all ages, featuring dozens of free and paid ticketed events, including concerts with country star Lee Bright, legendary pop group Wilson Phillips, and much, much more. To see a full schedule and purchase tickets for festival events, visit lancasterfestival.org today.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Amanda Everitt. She is the Executive Director of Destination Downtown Lancaster. And I always love to find out all of the cool things because I try to stay up on everything, but we have an awesome downtown and we have an awesome community, and there's always something that I don't know about. And I'm thinking that my viewers don't know about, but you're here to tell us.
I would love to tell you.
What is happening this summer?
Absolutely, because there are so many things happening. And even if Destination Downtown Lancaster isn't hosting the thing that's happening downtown, other people are hosting things in our beautiful, vibrant downtown community. So we're thrilled about this. Happy Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth today. We just finished up our Juneteenth celebration at the gazebo. And but there's no moss grows on this Rolling Stone. So we are ready to dive into the next thing. That's right. And we cannot wait because this weekend, the first ever mid-century modern barware convention hosted by Gay Fad Studios, Bottoms Up is happening. How exciting is that?
That is very exciting because I want to find out so much more about this because there's a ton of stuff. Like it's just not one or two. It's all of downtown.
Right.
Mid-century.
Yes.
So that means 50s,
60s. So get your cat-eye glasses or your groovy go-go boots going on. downtown will be transformed into something out of the 1950s or 60s. So many of our businesses are theming their merchandise, their meals, their cocktails. We actually have a mid-century modern cocktail crawl that is happening on Friday evening. It's a ticketed event.
Okay.
You can purchase your tickets on our website at destinationdowntownlancaster.com. And with your ticket, you get a branded bag, an exclusive rocks glass custom made by Gayfed Studios.
Nice.
And 4 drink tickets that are, you can purchase craft cocktails that are exclusive to these ticket holders in a variety of our downtown bars, and a bunch of other goodies, food specials, things like that. Dress up for the occasion. We highly encourage it. And it's going to be a fantastic time.
Are tickets limited to a certain number?
Yes, tickets are limited to 250, but we still have some left. So if you hop on there, I bet you can still get yourself some.
And it doesn't mean that you can't go downtown to see things. It's just
Absolutely.
talking about the specific things that are involved with the event.
So what's really cool is, let's say you can't get your ticket, or maybe you get your ticket and your friends are like, oh, I missed out, I didn't get the tickets, can I still come down and see you? That's absolutely fine. It just means they're not going to get all of the swag and the drink tickets, but there are going to be so many fantastic things happening. Provisions is staying open late, and they're going to be transforming their space into a wonderful mid-century vibing space with beautiful craft cocktails that are just delicious.
Amanda, I know I have said this in the past, but it's been a minute, but we are so blessed with the downtown and the revitalization that we have had, because I travel quite a bit, and I can't tell you how many towns that I've gone through, or little cities, and I've gone, oh, that breaks my heart. We're so lucky in Lancaster.
We are.
It's beautiful down there.
It really is. And it's thanks to a lot of different things.
Yes.
It's really thanks to we go way back to the founding of Lancaster, and the way that they designed the city streets in that grid pattern, the beautiful architecture that was created, and then the protection and the foresight of the people who came before us to protect the buildings, keep them in good repair, and then later the small business owners and the property owners within the historic downtown, that they took the steps and made financial investments and cared enough to protect our wonderful city and create infrastructure that would support the vibrancy and the economic growth that we've experienced.
Yeah, because it was kind of going for a little bit, and then it was just like, nope, we got to do this.
And I think really there's been a real turn nationwide as well, as we get more and more connected to our telephones and, online interactions. We're desperate for that human interaction and connection with our community, and feeling like we belong somewhere. So having those third spaces and places to connect with our community that really give us a sense of self when we're a part of something bigger than ourselves.
Yes.
So when we can walk downtown and run into neighbors and say, hey, would you like to grab a pint at O'Hood's? Or, oh my gosh, window shopping, knowing the shopkeepers, knowing the chefs at the restaurants and the small business owners makes a big difference in how we feel. And at the end of the day, it's always about how we feel about a place that leads to either good things happening or bad things happening.
Yep. I know it's been since May that they have been the Friday night bandstand.
Yeah.
So that's every Friday night.
Yes.
And even through the Lancaster Festival, they're going to continue to have things going on.
That is correct. And
Right.
that's thanks to our wonderful Lancaster City Parks and Fairfield Federal that Friday night bandstand is hosted. So that's exciting.
Yes. And then on the movie nights.
Oh,
movie
yes.
Because I know.
Second Saturday in July, July 13th, you're going to want to make it down. It's a free family movie. And pull out your pink, because we're hosting Barbie. And Barbie is such a female empowerment movie. So I think it's extraordinarily fitting that our sponsors for that movie are Crowd
I
Communications.
knew you were going to say it.
Crowd Communications and Walker Shoes. When you think about powerful, wonderful, giving women in this community that embody the spirit of Barbie, I think of Krylon walkers, so I think it's really fitting.
I think it's awesome. And I know I don't have a whole lot of time. So what else would you like to share before we go, and then how folks can stay up on what is happening in downtown?
Fantastic. As everyone knows, we've got Art Walk coming up that we partner with Lancaster Festival. That's coming up on Friday, July 19th. But if you want to never miss a thing about downtown Lancaster, sign up for our newsletter by hopping on destinationdowntownlancaster.com or follow us on our socials. We have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, or X, I guess as it's now called. You'll never miss a thing.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Anybody that has any questions or they want to be a part of DDL and volunteering and stuff like that,
give us a call or stop by our new office at 128 North Broad Street.
Yay. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me,
it's
Tina.
Always a joy, always. Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with Positive Quote. It's Downtown with Tina.
For the last 30 years, I've worked in Fairfield County. The beauty of working in this county is it's small enough that you get to know people on an individual level, that you get to do the kind of work you want to do personally, but it's large enough that we have some resources and we have some ability to bring coalitions together to make some bigger changes.
You have the benefits of a suburban community, and Columbus isn't too far away if you want to get that urban experience. Plus, if I ever feel like I need to get away for a little bit, there's tons of great hiking around here.
Well, Fairfield County is just a really different county, so it's very resource rich. There are so many people in similar and overlapping helping fields. They make excellent community partners.
We all know each other and we don't compete with each other. Like agency-wide, we're all here to serve our clients, and you know someone everywhere, you know what I mean? And so that, I just feel like that helps it to get our clients the best care. So that's a big thing for me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Downtown with Tina is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. If you're interested in being a sponsor, all you got to do is just send me an email or on Facebook, private message me there on my Downtown with Tina page. Folks, getting the opportunity to talk to different members in our community about things that are going on and have happened in their life, as in Sarah Haley and her son Chase, is really, really important to me. I have always believed in, and I always will, and I will always spread that hope is something that we all must have. We all will have those down days. I have a book that I've talked about before, The Beach is Calling. It is a devotional. Devotionals is not for everybody, and I understand that, but there are so many different positive outlets out there, even on social media. As in, for example, when I was talking to Sarah earlier in the program, we were talking about the Chase Haley Project Facebook page, and she has positive messages on there. Go there for a smile. I know when I'm having a bad day, I have actually even gone to, and I'm very careful about this, Instagram, and I will look for the really, really funny videos. And I have to tell you, I have gone to bed sometimes at night looking at some of those videos. If you look at one funny video, they'll probably still continue to give other funny videos. I am very, very careful about what I look at, what I see, because I want it to be positive stuff. You can create that in your social media by looking at positive things. Therefore, I do suggest you go to the Chase Haley Project page and you're going to smile. The positive message that I saw, be kind because you can change someone's world. Absolutely. Don't ever think that the things that you are doing, if you are doing them from the heart and out of kindness, that you are not making a positive difference somehow, some way. And the book that I was talking about, there is a devotional in here about hope. And again, back to the hope thing, you've got to have hope. I talk to kids that I work with at the detention center, and hope, you got to have hope. They even agree with me. So if I can get my kids to believe in it, I hope I can you as well. I hope you have a blessed week. God bless and good day. It's Down Home with Tina.